Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 50 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode, and what a time to be part of this team right now. We're fighting for major honours, we're winning trophies, we're going into the round of 16 Champions League game against Bologna, the tie against Bologna. It's always important with the first leg being away from home to try and get a positive result there. But what a time to be part of Blackburn Rovers. Players are happy to sign new contracts. Actually, talking about new contracts, we will try and sort out contract extension for a couple of players here. One of them being Carter, who is, he's been a very important part of this team for the last 4 seasons, but he's not happy with his current deal. He's actually an important squad member right now, which I'll try and offer him a squad rotation role moving forward, and of course give him a little bit of a wage increase. Ethan Carney is the other one that I want to try and give contract extension. We tried to send him out on loan for the remainder of the season, but of course that did not materialize. We recalled him from Fulham because he wasn't progressing in that role. But he's played a couple of games since his return. He scored in the FA Cup game, I believe, against Wrexham, if I'm not mistaken. He scored in that game, which was quite good to see. But let's sort one out quickly here for Carter. Not even going to argue with that. The most important thing is that he's accepted that squad rotation player. He wouldn't extend more than 1 year, though. And you know what? Being 28 years of age, 1 year extension is probably best for all parties. I'll quickly sort one out here for our left back, Ethan Carney. So the proposal right now for the Youth Academy graduate on the table is doubling his wages, 50k a week in signing on bonus, 100k if he goes on to make 15 appearances this season, and a sporadic squad role, 3 years extension. That's a reasonable offer. It was never in doubt, to be honest. Champions League round of 16, 8 p.m. kickoff, under the floodlight. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? But this is fair stuff. Many tough games that we've got in this episode. I believe West Ham as well, the second leg of this tie. We've got Manchester United in the 6th round of the FA Cup. Hopefully, we can start off the episode with a positive result. Ladies and gents, welcome to the Renato Dal Ara Stadium, or as the game is called, the Union Park Stadium. They don't have their real stadium in the game, do they? If you've had the opportunity to visit the stadium, it's within walking distance from their city centre, about 2.5 to 3 kilometers. It's a nice stadium, actually, and not a bad team. Thiago Motta, he overachieved with them last season, finishing in the Champions League places, and of course, that meant they've lost him to Juventus. He's not doing too well at Juventus this season, but I do think he's a good coach. Only a matter of time. Once he gets his hands to players that suits his system, Juventus are actually going to do quite well, I believe, once he can get the player he wants. They also lost some key players from last season, Califiori joining Arsenal, Joshua Zirkzee joining Manchester United as well. Both signings, I don't think you can say have worked out at this stage. Big chance for the home side there. And it's an equally big save from Bazunu. We've got to be careful here. It feels like one of those games where not too many chances are going to be created. 23 minutes into the game, it's just that I don't want to call it big chance. The angle was slightly against the attacking player there. But it's Bologna creating all the chances right now. We've got to be careful here, Away from home, you want to try and get something out of it. Even if we lose 1-0 in this game, I will still be confident going into the second leg in front of the home fans. But the best result for ourselves here is to try and get something out of this game. Oh, that's a positive run from Diamande, trying to squeeze one. Oh my God, I didn't think he was going to get there. I did not think he was going to get there, but that wasn't far away. Look at that. Oh my God, what a chance. Come on, lads, 53 minutes here. So far, we're struggling to get the ball back from them, man. Oh, what a vital interception from Diamande. Little bit of pressure, but we do play it out from the back fantastically. Valterberger, oh, it's a beautiful pass to Joao Pedro. Surely this is the one. Cuts into his left foot. Joao Pedro, what a chance, man. What a chance that is. I can't believe this game is still 0-0, considering they got a good opportunity in the first half. We've got a couple ourselves in the second half so far. Oh no! Adam Wharton coming so close to getting his first goal for us. He's done well to win possession back there, young buddy. He skipped away from his man. Can we get the pull back? Oh, Morgan Gibbs White. Oh my God, how have we not scored in this game? Oh, it's been chances after chances in the second half for the away side, man. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on that. And that's 0-0 in the first leg here. Away from home, I did say we need to take a positive result. Whilst we did enough to win the game, it's still a positive result for us. It's a point. We just need to win in our home tie here. How close it is between ourselves and Manchester City right now. With 27 games played, that is 11 more games to go from now to the end of the season. I mean, we face West Ham next, and we are 8 points above West Ham, so that's going to be a tough game. We are away from home at the London Stadium for that one. Let's see, where is Leicester City at 12 in the league, and City face Leicester in their next game. So you'd expect City to get a routine victory there. But then again, it's the Premier League. Anything can happen, right? Manchester United in third and Chelsea in fifth. It looks like for the first time in a long time, the red side of Manchester might actually finish in the top four this season. But I have made a few changes to the starting 11, of course. The returning leg of the round of 16 Champions League, it's still in my mind. It's 0-0. We've got the second leg to deal with. Harrison Burrows starts. Wang Jae-won starts as the right-sided centre-back. And Malik Chour is suspended for this game anyway. But I've decided to give Koulibaly a rest for this one. Hannibal Mejbri starts as well. And Larson starts from the left-hand side of the midfield four. Those bubbles that you see on the West Ham game, it's the most annoying thing on the game, especially after you have conceded a goal. It's even worse. It's so annoying, but it doesn't look like a bad starting 11 here for them. We haven't talked about this team a lot, have we? Gimares, Kudus, they've got Ryan Cherki in midfield. They have got Marcus Thuram up front as well. We haven't talked a lot about this team. They're 8 points behind us right now, and they've scored the opening goal. Kudus with a pass to Marcus Thuram there, who of course is not gonna miss from that sort of distance. I mean, everyone's career mode that I've watched on YouTube and other places is always a handful when you come against any team he signs for. He always scores against you, Marcus Thuram. Yeah, we haven't talked about this West Ham team enough. They're 5 points behind Manchester City in second, and they're 8 points behind us, winning here as well. Absolutely in the title race on there. I mean, it's oh no, it's the goalkeeper. I was just gonna say it's maybe not a popular opinion that West Ham could win the league. It's not a popular opinion for ourselves to win the league, but we haven't really talked about it a lot. Kudus with another assist, and Thuram with the second. The rotation we made in this game, man, it's not looking too good for us. But to be honest, I would lose this game happily. I mean, you're never happy to lose game, but what I'm trying to say, Adam Wharton, it's a save from, actually, they've also got Onana in goal. It's just a crazy West Ham team. No surprise, they're doing so well. Yeah, going back to what I was trying to say, I would gladly lose this game if it means the rotation pays off. Oh, my players have taken out each other there. But yeah, if it means we progress to the next rounds of the Champions League, good cross, dealt with. If it means we progress to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I'll sacrifice this game and take a defeat here. Hence, we rotated going into this one with Shanky this time. Oh my God, we have been outplayed, outfought. They're so much better than us. Wang Jae-won is going to set up Morgan Gibbs White just before the end of the first half here. We pull one back. It could be one of those games where we go on in the second half to turn it around. So far, it's looking highly unlikely considering how many chances West Ham have created in this game. They just haven't been too clinical. They got 2 early goals, but they could have scored 3, 4, 5 in this first half, man. It was nice to get that goal just before the end of the first half. Fernandez switch of play. Should we say Fernandes? I'm not sure. He's a youth academy or region for West Ham. I'm not sure if he's Portuguese. If he's Portuguese, it's definitely going to be Fernandes, isn't it? Oh no, this is the third. No way. He's absolutely just annihilated us there. It's almost like the defense are there to do nothing. It doesn't matter what we did there. We weren't going to get the ball off him. I can't believe he scored a hat-trick against us, man. Like I was saying, he's a handful for everyone. I mean, everybody's career mode that I watch, that I've come up against a team that have got Marcus Thuram, he's dominated them. He's a big lad. He's got pace, his finishing ability on the game at least. It's sensational. Kudus, who have been by far the best player in this team, makes it 4-1 for the home side here. It's game over. Yeah, definitely game over. I thought, scoring just before the break would make a difference in this game, but it's such a good West Ham side. And because of the Champions League game that we have got coming up next, we just couldn't afford to risk it. I had to rotate, and the rotation haven't paid off on this occasion. But yeah, it is what it is. We move on to the next one. Got an opportunity to bounce back immediately here, and we have to, because a defeat in this game, it means we're out of the Champions League. I've decided to do something a little bit different here, and that is start Morgan Gibbs-White up front and just flood the midfield, with 4 players that are a lot more defensive than Morgan Gibbs-White. It could mean we lack a little bit of creativity in midfield, but it doesn't matter. We want to go into this game with a clean sheet in mind. If we keep a clean sheet in this game, we have got every opportunity of progressing to the next round. Don't forget, before we conceded 4 against West Ham, we have kept a clean sheet in our last 6 or 7 games before the West Ham game. But it is what it is. We've got to quickly forget about West Ham, and hopefully we can get a victory here in front of the home fans. We did miss the likes of Koulibaly, Malik Cho, and of course Diomande in midfield. Those 3 players gives us that defensive solidity in the team, but we did miss them against West Ham. The good news though is all 3 players are back here, and for Bologna it's an identical starting 11 to the team that started in the first leg for them. The likes of Ndoye from that left hand side, Dallinger, the striker up front, who did have a big opportunity. I don't want to say big opportunity. He had a decent chance in the first half from an angle that was a little bit difficult for him. And other than that, they created maybe one more chance in that 90 minutes. We did create so many chances. Oh, wait a second. We get someone to set it up here from a strike outside the box. Oh my God. He's had so many of this now, Adam Wharton. It's only a matter of time if he keeps having the shots from outside the box. He smashed the crossbar. It's come close a few times. But yeah, we did enough to win the first leg, didn't we? It just wasn't to be though. Zanotti find himself in that attacking midfield position, but he's lost possession, and that means Adam Wharton is gonna have to cover for him there. The cross couldn't create any chance. Koulibaly at the right place at the right time, as we've come to expect him to almost do that for us now. Oh, okay. This is looking like exactly identical game to the first half, man. Not too many chances created in the first half. Surely that's a yellow card. Surely it could have been worse. It could have been worse than a yellow card. And for Kjærgaard there, he must be Danish, isn't it? That name sounds like he's Danish. That's not a good tackle. That is not a good tackle. I've had to take off Diomande there as well. Daniel has also been taken off. I've brought in Crawford. Now, we haven't played him in big... We pick and choose the games that we play him, I'm trying to say. This is probably the biggest game he's had to play in his short time at Blackburn Rovers. He's been sensational in the league. He's got the most assists in the Premier League. And if he can come on from the bench here and make a difference for us. We win the header. Yes, we can. Can we win the second ball? Yes, we can. If any team is going to win this game right now, it's looking like the home side. Christopher Lund Hansen, can we find someone to support him? Yes, we can. Larsen. Oh, Yet again, every shot in this game have been from 90% of the shots have been from outside of the box, man. So far, we cannot break the deadlock. We haven't created a clear-cut opportunity. You wouldn't think so, but maybe this could be the one. Crawford waiting for runners in front of him. Are we gonna get one? Larson to Joao Pedro. It's now or never, boys. Come on. Oh my God. What a chance. What a chance. Bonnie manages to keep it in. Referee allows us to carry on. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Or 1 minute of stoppage time. God. Oh, just couldn't create anything there. What a way it would have been to end the game if we could have just created one last opportunity. It was a big save from the goalkeeper just before the 90th minute as well. And this one will be going to extra time. I think this is the first game we've had this season in the cup competitions that have gone into extra time. We have seen some terrible tackles in this game, man. That is a red card, surely. That's reckless. He was nowhere close to the ball. That could be a big injury for our player, and the referees played on instead. But maybe it could be a good advantage play. And looks like the referee is going to call him back. It's only going to be a yellow card, though. That was an awful tackle. Look at this. Come on, referees. Almost broke his legs. Zanotti, short throw to Larson. Larson to Crawford. Crawford on his left foot. Oh, I thought that was into the back of the net. The bench thought the same as well. Oh, he's been the one trying to make things happen ever since. It's a bold move, attacking move, because it meant we had to take off Diamonde and Morgan Gibbs-White went into that number 10 position. Oh, trying to go over the top. Sorry, Morgan Gibbs-White went into the box-to-box role, and Crawford had to take the number 10 position. So quite an attacking move. It's not quite paid off yet, but we've got 15 minutes rather, I should have said, not 30 minutes, as I have initially said. But only a few minutes to go here. Come on, it's now or never. Lund Hansen, if this game goes to penalties, I've got a feeling we're going to be knocked out of the Champions League. Pull back, Crawford, get in! Get in, Crawford! We need a song for him, man. Oh my God, he's one of our own. He's come off the bench and he's broke the deadlock. What a chance, and what a big finish from the Youth Academy graduate. A game that we desperately needed a goal, man. We could not afford for this one to go into penalties. And what a finish. Sensational. Oh my God, what a game, man. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Archie Crawford. He's one of our own. Oh my God. What a player. He's still only 20 years of age. He's going to get better and better. It's such a shame, though. This would be our last season with Blackburn Rovers, but what a goal. In the Champions League round of 16, Chelsea go through on aggregate. We go through, of course, winning on extra time. Leipzig have knocked out Liverpool 5-2 on aggregates. That's insane. Real Madrid go through. That's one of the teams I want to avoid in the next round. Real Madrid, we need to stay away from them. Manchester City progress against Roma. Juventus go through on penalties. What a tie that was against Atletico Madrid. PSG there. Leverkusen go through 4-1 on aggregates. And AC Milan go through as well, knocking out Barcelona in the round of 16. Who are we going to be facing in the quarterfinals of the Champions League? I'm not sure yet. That was hard work against Bologna. And you would consider them one of the weaker teams that's left in this competition. And we needed extra time. We needed a goal from Archie Crawford to be able to knock them out. But it's El Lan Clasico back again. We lost this game on the first leg this season. It was quite a painful defeat, you know. It took me a few days to get over the defeat against Burnley in the first leg this season. This is the one that I want to win. Away from home, we have to win the game, of course, because we are now level on points with Manchester City. We lost our last game to, who did we lose to our last game? West Ham. And of course, that means 6 points separating the top four right now. I would think the top four would finish this way, not necessarily in this order, but I would think that the teams left in the top four now will go on to finish in the top four. I mean, 10 points Manchester United are away from Chelsea there, and with 10 games to go, it's very difficult to close down a 10-point gap with 10 games to go. But few changes to the starting 11, not necessarily very weak, but I have to rotate again for and also giving some players game time. Wang Jae-won is beginning to complain a little bit too much about playing games, and that means I might look to revisit his contract. I believe at the moment he might have a crucial or important role. We might need to change that to a squad rotation player, and of course, increase his wages a little bit. One thing that makes Burnley an interesting opponent to face is you know you will score goals against them, you know you will create chances, but going forward and keeping possession, they're such a good team. They will ask you one or two questions. I mean, it's a derby game. It's like I said, Elland Clasico. It's a game where a victory. Talking about a victory, Joao Pedro on his left foot. Oh, he's not scored for a while, has he? He's not scored for a while now, Joao Pedro. It would be nice to get him scoring again, man. It would be really, really nice to get him scoring again. But that was a big miss there for him. But I say big miss. It was on his left foot. It's a big miss just because of the sort of form that he's being in right now. But it's not a clear-cut chance. You wouldn't call it a clear-cut chance. They will always create chances. They will always create chances, Burnley. The first goal is so important here for us. Lund Hansen inside to Archie Crawford. Got the Champions League winner for us. He starts this one to look to make a difference. Joao Pedro gets in. No, he's offside. He's offside there. Wait until he realizes he's offside. Oh, that was such a heartbreaker, man. Just to finish the first half there, that goal did not count. But out wide to Joao Pedro, there was the run from Zanotti on the outside, but it's decided to go for Diomande on the inside instead. Larson is dropped short to get possession for us. Nene! He starts this one in place of Johan Body from the left-hand side. Oh my God, the split striker formation, man. It's such a good formation to use on the game. It gives you that ability to have, two players forward that you can create chances for rather than the traditional 4-2-3-1 or even the traditional 4-3-3 formation with one striker. We've got to be careful there. We've got to be careful there, man. Oh, it's not the end-to-end game that we saw in the first leg and where we lost 4-3, I believe. This is a much more close encounter, but we are 1-0 up, and all we have to do is hang on to this result. It's another corner. Could it be second corner lucky for the home side? Oh, I thought, oh no, what a save. What a save, man, from Gavin Bazunu. Come on. Oh no, he's injured, Joao Pedro. That's not good. That's not good. The shot's been blocked. Can he make it too? That is not good news for us, Joao Pedro being injured there. I hope it's just a knock. I think it's just a knock because I didn't see him go to ground or anything. So I really hope that's not too serious. But the most important thing here is we come away with the 3 points here at Turf Moor. I mean, they were so close to getting the equaliser there from the corner. And the Turf Moor crowd very close to cheering for the home side. But it was a good save from Bazunu. We keep the 1-0 victory, and I'll take it right now. Level on points with Manchester City going into this game. Could they be 3 points above them? Good news is Joao Pedro is not injured. It must have been a knock that he's picked up at the end of that game against Burnley. Important win for us because I believe Manchester City drew in their last game. Manchester City have dropped points, but let's take a quick look. We've got 11 days to our next Premier League game, but Manchester City did drop points to Bristol City, a team rock bottom in the Premier League right now. I said it, you just cannot predict anything in this league. We only narrowly beat Burnley, and Oh, of course, we could have drew that game ourselves, but Manchester City dropping points is really important for us. And that means we're back top of the league, 2 points clear of the league. And our next game is against Manchester United in the FA Cup, the sixth round of the FA Cup, I believe. We've got 12 days rest from now to that game, which is important because it feels like we've been playing games every 2 or 3 days. And I hope we can get Joao Pedro scoring goals again. He's not scored in the last four, which, I mean, for a player he's allowed to have a little bit of a deep in form. Don't get me wrong, he's been sensational all season. But if we can get him scoring again at this crucial end, a crucial back end to the season, it will be important for us. We are coming up against £100 million export in Tyrese Dolan in this game. He's scored against us already since his move to Manchester United. Who's that striker up front? Beyond Mohamed? We will find out about him, right? It's always a worry when you come up against regions as strikers, and for the bigger teams, they tend to be really, really good. It looks like a big lad as well, that Beyond Mohamed. It just looks solid, that bulky build. Does he remind you of someone? A younger Wayne Rooney with Manchester United signing from Everton? He does. Well, if he's a regen, he must be a young player. I don't expect him to be older than 23 years of age. But he's got that. Oh, what a save. Oh my God, it's Beyond Mohamed. He's got that stocky kind of build. It looks like a grown man. You wouldn't believe he's a young player. Oh, that's a big chance again. It's Monday at the Morton. First time in this game. We're putting a few passes together of our own. We know we can create chances. We know we can put up a fight against any team. Oh, Lund Hansen, or is it Harrison Burrows there rather? Not doing enough to get away from his man. He's got to get back though. He's got to get back in position. Beyond Mohamed. His key pass forward. His key pass too. On his left foot. He's got a weldy. Oh, look at him. He's built like he's 26, 27 years of age. He doesn't look like a kid, man. Oh my God. The size of that striker is terrifying. Our defense have been bouncing off him so far in this game. It's made them look almost amateurish. But Adam Morton going in his own. Adam Morton, what a save. What a save. The shot through the legs of the defender there. How's the goalkeeper made that save? That's unbelievable. It's Dan Neil driving forward. Come on, we need support. Okay, the touch good. Morgan Gibbs-White. It's a good ball, Zanotti. Oh no, why is it a defensive player finding himself in that position? If that was an attacking player, I could have pulled the trigger a lot sooner. But because he's a defensive player, I was trying to buy time. It's Beyond Mohamed again. And that time, Bazunu stood up to the occasion. Come on, if we play this one out from the back, Manchester United are not pressing high, which is making the game so difficult for us right now. I like it better when teams press high against us. Morgan Gibbs-White weaves his way past Matthias de Ligt at the back for them. And he's buried that one. That is the little bit of experience there. That's something creative about him. The fact that he can just skip past his man, the touch to get away from de Ligt there, by the way, was really, really good. Oh, how are we drawing this game, man? Beyond Mohamed could have scored a hat-trick already. He's scored a goal. Fantastic goal he scored. Is that 2 or 3 opportunities since then as well to kill this game for Manchester United? But when you don't do that, you give your opponent a chance. This time, he does not let us off the hook. What a sensational finish again. Who is this kid? Whose region is this, man? Look how built he is. He's so solid. That was an amazing goal from him. Matthias de Ligt's always going to win that header. He's good in the air, isn't he? Diomande is not injured. He got up. I saw him get up. So that's good. Leroy Sané driving forward. Is he going to pull that one back for the arriving midfielder? He's decided to go on his own. He's decided to go on his own. Oh no, get it away. Get it away. The shot's been blocked. Come on, 8 minutes. Can we create something in 8 minutes here? Daniel driving forward. We've got a support here. Oh, come on. Oh, that was poor from João Pedro there just before the end. If he had just got control of that ball, there was a good run from the right hand side there, but he just couldn't keep hold of the ball. But who the hell is this kid, man? We need to have a look because he's so good. I dare to think he might be 19 or 20 years of age. He's only going to get better, man. Mohamed, the striker we have just came up against at Manchester United, 20 years of age, 6 foot, a value of £155 million, and in excellent form, and has got potential to be special. Whose region is this? He was so strong, handful for us throughout that game. He must have been special. Just watching him play, you had that feeling he must have been special. One final Premier League game here before we end the episode. The cameras are still focused on João Pedro, top scorer in the league with 27 goals. I mean, he scored 27 goals. He's not scored in the last 3 Premier League games, I believe, and the last 5 or the last 6 in all competition. I mean, you know you're doing something right when you haven't scored in your last 3 Premier League games and you're still far away from everyone else in terms of the goal return for the season. Chavalier in goal, Akanji, they've got Caicedo in there, they've got Nunes, they've got Vandenberg in midfield. It's a solid Brighton team, isn't it? They're always decent in the game. They always have a good team, even when they're relegated. In a few saves of that I've watched of Brighton getting relegated, there's still a solid team even when they get relegated. It's insane. But anyway, they're not doing too well under the new manager. Usually, when they make a change to the coach, you think about Graham Potter. From Graham Potter to they went to what's his name now? I can't remember his name. The Italian manager that they have, who is now Roberto De Zerbi, who's now joined who's now managing Marseille. Of course, doing too much there with Hansen losing possession. But they usually tend to improve when they've made that managerial change. Not this time though, because the new manager is struggling, but it's such a young Brighton side as well. You'd expect them to only get better. That Baleba in midfield for them, man, he's going to be something special, that kid. There's not many ball carriers in the Premier League better than him. I tell you that for free. There's not too many ball carriers better than him. Come on. Monday. Oh, possession lost. And it's not just a ball carrier, Baleba for them, by the way. He's also, he looks like a leader when you watch Brighton play. When you focus on him, he's just moving players around the pitch. That's one of the things that I've noticed from him. He looks like a leader, telling players where to be at the right time, at the right place. He communicates, which, oh, what a big save. You don't expect that from a player who is so young. Honestly, he's going to be a good player, isn't he? They've got that Gruda who they've signed from the German league. Was it Mainz? Here's him. Here is Gruda talking about him. He's just pulled. He's just forced a save from Bazunu in goal. Also, another very good talent that they have got in their ranks. And Minte, who they signed from Newcastle, is quite good as well. There's so many players that are exciting prospects in that Brighton team right now. When this is the youngest team that they have had for a while, so maybe that's why the new coaches is struggling. But if they should stick together, talking about sticking together, we have stuck with him up front for us, even though he's not scored in his last 6, and he breaks the goal drought here. Oh, it's good to have him scoring a game, man. It's really good. And that was his 28th goal in the Premier League season. 36 is the record. Is he going to break that record before the end of the season? So many games still to play. 9 games, I believe, or 8 games now after the Brighton game. But here is Nunes. Nunes to Gruda. Oh, it's a big save. But it's just ricocheted of Gruda. And it's managed to find itself in the back of the net. That was a big save from the goalkeeper. Oh, look at this. So unlucky. Good save. It's just come off him and back into the net. Hansen. still think we can win this game, you know. I still think there's a couple of chances before the end of this game for both sides. It just depends on who is going to take those chances. Oh, double save from the goalkeeper. I can't believe it. How is he not scored from there? The rebound. How is Johan Bonny not scored from that position, man? Oh, that's such a bad miss. Substitution, Bonny taken off here. Joao Pedro off as well. And replaced by Nene and Dogelis Nene and Harry Leonard coming off, taking off the two strikers for fresh legs here. It could well be the right decision if one of those players would go on to get the late winner here for us. Valterberger, he skipped past his man. The pass was not the best. And he's put us at risk of a counter-attack here. Diaz to Gruder. Darwin Núñez, who's made a good throw, and the number 11 is turned. What a chance. I cannot believe we never scored from that opportunity. Saying that, Brighton could have scored as well. They had a chance of their own just before the end with Núñez. But our opportunity was by far the better chance. In terms of XG, that would be recorded as a higher XG. It's the back-to-back save from the goalkeeper as well. How did we not win this game? Well, Manchester City has let us off the hook there because we're still top of the league. They could only manage to get a point away from home against Aston Villa, and that means even if we drew to Brighton, rather, decent team, that Brighton team, by the way, but we're still top of the league, 2 points clear of Manchester City. You've got West Ham in third on 63 points, Manchester United in fourth on 62 points, 10 points above the next best team there, Liverpool, who's played one more game actually than the likes of West Ham and Manchester United. Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Villa and Brentford, who is our next opponent in the next episode, complete the rest of the top 10. Bottom of the table is, of course, still Bristol City, who are pretty much relegated now. It's Nottingham Forest, Luton Town, the second and third to bottom. Crystal Palace just surviving relegation at the moment. Newcastle, though, have got a 4-point advantage on those relegation places. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. Before we end the episode, by the way, let's take a look at a couple of things. The first one being the top goal scorer right now. It's Joao Pedro on 28 goals. Erling Haaland now on 20 goals, but 28 goals in 29 appearances. That is just ridiculous. Openda and Igor Thiago. You've got Anthony Gordon, Rodrigo, Mudryk have scored 15 goals for Chelsea. Jadon Phillips and Bidas have scored 15 for Aston Villa. Mason Mount is having a great season here for Manchester United. Bonny's in the top 13, but look at that Mohamed kid. He scored 13 goals for Manchester United this season. In terms of assists, you've got Crawford leading the way, 13 assists. Kudus on 12 assists there. He got 2 assists against us in the league in this episode. You've got Morgan Gibbs-White on 10 assists. Mohamed, 13 goals and 10 assists for him in his debut season here. What looks like his debut season for Manchester United. He's having a fantastic season for them and such a handful for a striker. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching and bye for now.